hears
and I was scared
that the company's tickling the nuts enough for you to be happy right now, and we're happy for you as a result. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we don't know everything, but that's how it appears.
When you say because and it's the truth. When you say taking over Opie's channel, that's got to burn him. No, have you had conversations with him, like just even with the terminology of taking over Opie's channel?
I've texted him before. I texted him about it. I was the one that told when Sirius was like, "This is what we're gonna do." I said, "Well, have you told him?" And they're like, "We haven't told him yet." And I'm like, "Dude, you got to tell him." Because I talked to him when I was in New York, and you can't not tell him. And I don't want to walk around with that shit. You need to tell him because I want to tell him. And if you don't tell him, I'm going to.
Yeah,
because
you want to cohesive
they're like, you're under contract. You can't. Exactly. We're going to be on the same channel together. Right. It was fucking Opie's channel. Now it's called Faction Talk. Well, I wonder where you got that fucking name from. Like, come on. It's not fair to him.
Was it your idea to call it Faction Talk?
No.
Or do you think you should come up with
a... It would be fucking Ellis Talk. Without a doubt.
Yeah. No, but let's say they said come up with a name that wasn't named Jason Ellis Radio, or you would have stuck with Faction just for the brand name?
Yeah, we talked about that at the same, I didn't want to go over there and I'm not going over there to help other people. I'm going over there to help them. That's how I see it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but I think that we're just like you, dude, man. You think you got the best show, so do I. And if I go over there, that was my argument. I'm like, if you don't like it, we'll just stay over here.
Right.
I wasn't like, if you don't fucking call it Faction Talk, I wasn't like that. They offered me that. They offered me the name, and I was like, all right, first of all, I didn't say anything. I said, Tully, are you in? Andrew, are you in? Kevin, are you in? And Will, are you in? They were like, we're all cool with it. Then I called him up and said, I'm cool with it. And then honestly, the only other argument was the replay. I'm like, if you can't take away the afternoon replay because I know who made us, and that's the people that listened to that show at that time. And that was my main thing. And then the other thing was we could take another name so that you would have less heat from Opie fans. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, their heat doesn't sweat me.
Yeah.
Like I work hard at what I do. And you know what? Tomorrow, if he wanted to, he's a very talented man. He could take over again if he wanted to. Like if you only do 4 shows a week, you order lunch on the fucking radio. It's not, your heart's not that into it. And quite frankly, when I'm up to 25 years of doing radio here, I'd like to see how driven my fucking show is. I make millions of dollars for talking for 3 hours. I mean, there's only so much I don't know me in 25 years. I don't know. I can't say.
Hard to put in perspective, right?
Right. But I can also understand his angle. I understand all his angles, and that's why I've reached out to him more than once to say, just so you know, dude, this wasn't my idea, but I have accepted it because this is my chance. This is my opportunity.
I'm with you on that. And
so I hope that it doesn't. And I think I heard somebody say that he said that he hasn't got a problem with Ellis, and he thinks that he's being disrespected from Sirius, and I tend to agree with him a little bit. But it is what you make it, you know.
Did you burn the Opie bridge last appearance you had?
No.
He said he thought you were special. He thought
me and Opie aren't that tight. I wouldn't know anyway.
He said he thought Rich was special. He thought Rich was on the spectrum, is what he said.
Yeah, that was nice.
I think a lot of the greatest entertainers in the world are a bit autistic.
I want to go.
I would take that as a compliment.
Good. I know, right? Tully, I want to ask you this though, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm with Ellis too. I've got nothing but respect for Opie and the other shows and Jim and Sam. I like all those guys, and I listen, dude. I'm a fan. I'm a radio fucking guy. I'm a fan.
You are, I know.
And
that's all I've ever known you to be,
dude.
I've known you for a very long time.
I have, yeah.
I used to
Man,
I'm
with
so
Brian.
sarcastic that I can't even do sincere
I
anymore.
used to work with your best bud, Brian Collins.
Sincere does not work for you.
I used to engineer interviews for Will Pendarvis.
That's right. You guys were part of New York K-Rock, The Next Generation.
Dude, I broke my ass for this.
Right.
But when you say we're so off the mark, when I listen, because I listen, I don't hear Opie, Jim, or Sam, or any of these guys being more extreme or more edgy than we are. I think
maybe
that's
we're
a
the vile
misconception
ones.
Because
we were speculating today about how many
abortions
Donald Trump has forced Melania Trump to have.
That's a good question.
We talked about it.
Well, they have Barron, right?
Yes.
So they have one.
He managed to escape.
I was going to say that. So
the
slippery
so the bigger question would be,
like the Running Man.
Do you think they would be for? Do you think they would be for or after that? Do you think Barron and then he's like no more, or you think
there
before
was 5
that
this week?
Or do you think there were more before that? And Barron, he was found like okay, or do you think
right.
Barron
well,
was the person?
It depends on whether the first couple ones were girls or boys.
Well, today we talked about how many people are paying women off You know, how often does that go on?
For having abortion?
Yeah, there's some dude in the I think in the New York Post today, that hedge fund guy that was paid some woman $75,000 to have an abortion. I said that was lowballing for a hedge fund guy, right?
She probably could have held out for
way more money, but that probably happens every day.
Yeah. Okay, and you guys are very shocking.
You hear about all that.
Super shocking.
I don't think we should be on a channel with you guys. Frankly,
I don't necessarily think we should either.
You guys are fucking gross.
Honestly, we're debating it, but I'm not comparing us to you. Right. I'm saying compared to other shows that I hear, it's the same content covered, and I don't see anyone being any more edgy. I really don't. I think that's a misconception because we're considered the good guys or talking sports, or I have no idea.
The sports thing I don't get. And you guys obviously talk to people about your show far more often than I do. You can feel it now that you're out here in Los Angeles. We're out on a desert island.
Yeah,
I don't get any.
So
feedback
then, what is it? Oh, I'm not getting punched in the face.
It's not it's not the sports thing. It's not the getting punched in the face thing.
That's my private life. I get punched in the face.
I know, dude. I honestly look at your videos and I'm like, what motivates him to fucking want to, fight CM Punk and all that? Like, I respect it and I admire it. I love fights.
You love football, right?
I love football, but I do not
want to play football with one of the people you look up to? Oh, wait, that's not a guy I look up to, but you wouldn't want to play pro football?
I guess it makes sense, yeah.
For a day? I mean, obviously, you would...
When you put it that way, yeah.
Right, that's all it is.
But, it's a whole different ballgame.
I just want a taste.
Yeah, no, we're rooting for you, man. Yeah. But I just don't see. I feel like that's a big misconception. But look, we want to.
Right. Well, writing "fuck you" everybody on Twitter is a good step in the right direction if you're trying to rebrand.
Hey, that was edgy.
You want to keep that up.
You should have saw my snaps that day.
Oh,
fuck.
Damn it!
They went off. My snaps were fucking vile. I'm auditioning. Yeah. Look, I think we bring the fire, the fury, the passion, just as good as anybody on this platform.
Of course, I get that. I'm not saying.
But there was, the guy that got fired a year ago. He was like, "I think you should do a channel with them," and I'm like, "I don't want to be on a channel with them. I fucking made. I want to be on a channel by myself."
Yeah.
That was as far as it went back then. This one was, "Will you take over that guy's channel?" And I said yes. And then they were like, "We're going to put Jude on there. Are you okay with that?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm okay with that."
Right.
And that was the end of it. Because my original offer was, I want my own channel with him on it. That was it. That's the only people I wanted on it. Me and him.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
So now they were like, "Will you take this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's you're kind of butt fucking that guy. How's he about that?" We'll deal with it. And I'm like, "Okay, well, fucking, if that's the only option I have, let me ask these guys. These guys, yep. Then
and you don't think we're getting butt fucked a little bit?
What?
Yeah,
I do think you're getting butt fucked.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't you feel a little bad for kind of being part of the butt fuck?
He's not butt fucking.
I'm just messing, dude.
Not really. No. I mean, come
on.
Do
you really think that this is the ideal channel for you to be on SiriusXM?
At first, because it was positioned to me by guys that make these decisions, and I say this respectfully, Jason, you're making it like, well, I didn't approve that. It's never been positioned to me that way, right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Wait, what? No.
Like you were saying, you never decide anything. When
nobody asked me.
Yeah, right. but no one's ever told me that no one's ever in position to us that there was a channel that Jason Ellis needed to be asked of something. Like,
right.
We were told there's a couple different guy channel possibilities in the works. It wasn't like, hey, it's Ellis's channel, we need to run it by him. It was always.
I could tell they had this idea before they asked me.
Okay,
they had the name all figured out.
When we hear it's a guy channel, and we've been waiting for a home to do our show, which is a guy show for all these years.
But now it unfolds, and now that it unfolds, it's like, hey, you're right, maybe it isn't the best fit. But when it was talked about ahead of time, and they're like, hey, we're possibly putting together a few new channels, you could see where the frustration is.
Well, like I said, you blatantly, obviously, in the conversation, if you
guys knew about it before we did,
right, but you should have thought of that before you fucked over Mad Dog Russo.
Yeah, he hates you.
Mad Dog. I knew it. I let him slap my ass every time. I never stopped him from slapping my ass.
Myself and Tully always powwow with Mad Dog.
Nah, he's great, dude. It's funny because I don't have a problem with anybody at Sirius.
No, one person.
Except for that one person.
That's right. One person.
All right, we
gotta spend a little bit more time going khaki shopping with Brucey and Mad Dog.
Wig shopping. That's what it is. Brucey hates you because his hair's not real and yours is.
Okay, so when does the switch happen?
The 3rd.
January 3rd.
January.
But by the way, so we also heard it's a temporary switch. You know, there's still things being worked out.
Okay.
There's other brands, other shows still being brought in, and it's not the final thing.
Okay, well, this podcast is going to go up towards the end of the month, so it'll be closer by then. Do you know exactly channel number, channel?
Yeah, the same thing. Channel 93, Rush 93, 6 to 9 on the West Coast now, which in every other time zone is actually better morning drive hours.
Yes.
It's just where we live is the only inconvenient time, which is
you're kind of like right in there.
Yeah, West Coast, East Coast, it's 9 to noon. Central, the whole middle of the country, it's 8 to 11. Yeah. Mountain Time, 7 to 10. Just out here, it's a little early.
It is early.
Yeah.
Seacrest is getting guests if he still has a radio show.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, Kevin and Bean.
Yeah.
Have no shortage of guests.
Of course. You know,
but it's hard. But people are more apt to get up for Ryan Seacrest than for the likes of us. I mean,
Yeah, I know. And I banked on Rich to be the next Seacrest. He's letting me down.
Yep, sorry.
Way to go.
I'd like to say it's not too late, but
yeah.
What's your Snapchat where you get all angry at Sirius? I want to see that.
Well, we have a show on that's Cavino and Rich on Snapchat, but I use my own Steve Cavino because sometimes I don't want to represent the show and put words in his mouth.
No,
and
obviously
say
when
fucked
you
up things.
speak on your own behalf, that doesn't represent the show at all.
That's the only.
What an idiot.
That's the only solo.
I don't know why he has his own one. I said, just use, if you're going to vent or rant or be an idiot, just use Cavino and Richard. There's no
Especially about
point
the
in
show.
Right.
There's no
It's
point in
the-
using at Steve
but
Cavino.
now-
Who gives a fuck?
Now this angry shoot from the hip solo Cavino sounds like a perfect fit for an all guys
Right?
viral talk
That's
channel.
your hey.
Yeah,
I'm the odd
I
one
could-
out.
I
Sorry,
could be an
guys.
angry guy sometimes, but deep down I'm a nice guy. So maybe
Maybe you guys should test shows by yourselves.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Who knows?
I'm outta
Maybe
here.
one of you will
Solo.
get picked up.
That was the original idea of
Picked
Cavino.
up.
That was the
Like we're a
original
minor
idea.
league ball player.
We're better together. We're better together.
All right.
Yeah.
You say so.
Oh, Jesus.
What's your Instagram and all that shit?
Cavino and Rich. Everything.